We all love the post-apocalyptic themed movies and more so in video games. And speaking about zombie video games, how can you go about without mentioning Last of Us? But can the scenes depicted in the award-winning AAA title happen in real life? Let's find out.
Now, there is reason to evolve. One gene mutates, and an Ascomycetia, Candida, ergot, Cordyceps, Aspergillus, any one of them could become capable of burrowing into our brains and taking control not of millions of us, but billions of us. Billions of puppets with poisoned minds, permanently fixed on one unifying goal: to spread the infection to every last human alive.
The Last of Us is a post-apocalyptic video game series that depicts a world where a deadly fungal infection has turned most of humanity into zombie-like creatures. While the game is a work of fiction, it is based on a real-life fungi that can infect insects and other animals, including humans. But in this video, we're going to test the accuracy of The Last of Us in terms of real-life fungus, Cordyceps, also known as zombie fungus, and its potential impact on human survival. Cordyceps is a genus of parasitic fungi that infects insects and other spider-like creatures. There are over 400 known species of Cordyceps, each of which targets a specific host species. When a host is infected, the fungus grows inside the body, eventually killing it and producing fruiting bodies that release spores to infect new hosts. In some cases, the fungus can even manipulate the behavior of its host, causing it to behave in ways that benefit the fungus, such as climbing to a high location where the spore can spread more easily. While Cordyceps is not known to infect humans, there are other fungi that can infect humans and cause similar symptoms to those seen in The Last of Us. For example, the Ophiocordyceps fungus infects ants and manipulates their behavior, causing them to climb to a high location where the fungus can more easily spread its spores. Similarly, the I can't even pronounce this. Fungus infects houseflies and causes them to climb to a high location and die, after which the fungus grows out of the fly's body. Let's be honest guys, in terms of human survival, it is unlikely that a fungus like Cordyceps could cause a widespread outbreak like the one depicted in The Last of Us. While there have been cases of fungal infections in humans, they are generally opportunistic infections that occur in people with weakened immune system. Moreover, humans have access to a range of treatments for fungal infection, including antifungal drugs and surgery to remove infected tissues. I know what you're thinking, but don't just click off right now, there's more to this story. While the Cordyceps might not have entirely wiped out the human civilization, there has been actually a virus that is kinda close to the zombie virus. Yes, it's the rabies virus. In the last stages of the rabies virus, the person infected loses all control and the only activity performed by him becomes biting and attacking other animals or humans for the transfer of the virus. Okay, so a little story here guys, I actually got bit by my pet dog, and the worst part about it is that I got a fever right after I got bit, and it was like totally coincidental that I got a fever after getting bit by my dog. I was literally shaking. Trust me when I say that rabies virus can literally turn a human being into a living zombie within a couple of days. But in rabies virus, the person who is actually infected dies within a few hours or days. But in terms of a vaccine for a fungal zombie infection, research is ongoing, but currently there is no vaccine available. Treatment for fungal infections in humans typically involves antifungal drugs and in severe cases surgery to remove the infected tissue. In order to develop a vaccine, researchers would need to identify specific antigens, meaning a toxin or any other substance on the surface of the fungus that could be targeted by immune system. In terms of how Cordyceps affects his host biologically, the fungus is known to invade the host's body and grow throughout the tissues. This can lead to a range of symptoms depending on the host species and the specific type of Cordyceps. For example, in some insects, the fungus can cause the host to become sluggish and disoriented, while in others, it can cause convulsions and even death. In some cases, fungus may release toxins that further harm the host. Overall, fungal zombie infections are a real phenomena, but for it to happen on a large scale is unlikely, but not zero. Continued research into these fungi and the interactions with hosts may provide insights to new treatments for fungal infections and could also help to identify potential threat to human health in future. Thanks for watching this video of Verbal. Make sure to hit that sub if you like what you see. Comment down below your weapon of choice during a real world apocalypse. Mine would be an ambulance with a gun on top of it.